figured I'd jump back on. I got a couple of things done. I'm only going to be live for like an hour, so feel free to fire away some questions because it's probably the last. Okay, so welcome. Just thought I'd jump on another live stream considering, I enjoy live streaming and I have a few things I want to say, maybe. I do have to do a bit of like editing graphics. I'll do that in the background and all that. It's just to see whoever's on because the last few streams, we've had so many ridiculous amounts of numbers and I'm like, right, so what are we going to get for a late night chatting stream then? You know what I mean? Like how many people we're realistically going to get for that? So there are a few things I do want to say on the stream, but I'll figure out who's on. I'll only be live for like an hour because I got to plan for tomorrow. Tomorrow, obviously going to a bunch of footy games and this isn't in the right dimensions. I'm using my camera webcam just because I don't want to screw over my camera at the moment. It's weird. It doesn't like when I turn it on, it like zooms in using the zoom key button. So what I'll probably have to do, unfortunately, is I just have to use the other zoom variation, which is a bit more annoying. You should be excited, Coast Club. I better still be seeing you at hands. Yeah, I need to figure out. Well, I need to get paid, which they're telling me that I'm getting paid today, which is good. So I can book those flights. But B, I got to actually figure out what's going on with the biggest game of Div 12 Resis, because if I'm like, I have some inside information, but I need to make sure I'll be playing in that before I can book flights for that. Where are you sitting tomorrow? Cats cheer squad, mate. I might just sit down and have a chat for a bit, have a little bit of a break because I've been had a meeting for an hour. We're working on something cool behind the scenes. I won't really talk about that on this stream though. Maybe I will. Then I recorded my members fantasy video and then I got emails sorted for the day because I forgot to do my emails in the morning. So I want to give myself a bit of a break. So what I'll do is I'll quickly just chuck this on. I'll put the other thing in and just say who joins. Like I'm not here for viewers. I'm just here to have a chat. Gather Round was good. I need to make sure the Gather Round video is I need to put a start to it. And I know I haven't, but just not gotten around to it with all the other stuff. You know what I mean? And when I say all the other stuff, I mean all the other stuff. Like it's a lot of stuff. But I need to get a start to it. Now, Kobe Wiggle, wiggle your way out of the stream, mate. Unless you're pissing the people off. Okay, I can hear myself twice, so I need to get the... I can still hear it. There we go. I've seen you and ask what video you do. What video I'm doing. I just did a Gather Round vlog. I have actually, no, not just a Gather Round vlog. I filmed a video at the Barossa Park, but I just never got around to editing that. It's still all done, so maybe on this stream I can put the files into the laptop. Maybe fuck it, I will. I will do that. I'll do that. I'll make graphics for an Indigenous Guernsey video I'm doing, and probably that's it. Because tomorrow I want to have that video out, and then I need to head to the city early. I got to get a couple of things for my camera, and then I'm going to get to the Geelong v Bulldogs game early because I got a lot of stuff I need to film. I might not be able to watch much of Cats Dogs because of footy training. It's not a game you want to miss. Well, you'll see me before the game, Coast Club, because I'll get there early anyway. So there's a high chance you'll see me anyways. I wouldn't really call it a meet-up. I won't tell you what the best one is because that'll be under the radar. I won't really say it until the video's out. No, I've never really gotten around State of Origin. I was in Sydney 1 year for State of Origin, and I never really gotten around. I didn't care that much for it. Because I don't have any association with any of the two clubs in New South Wales or Queensland, so I don't care. And it's sort of, there's a rivalry and all that, but I just don't find it interesting. But in saying that, there'll be a video semi-associated with the NRL State of Origin, hopefully out next week. I know it's weird. but it's sort of an NRL slash AFL video, and I waited to get it out week of NRL State of Origin. I think that's next week, so I'm just make sure I get it finished by then. And by that I mean put a start to, because I haven't started it yet. Skipper, from what I researched, my partially dislocated leg will take about 6 to 8 weeks. How the fuck did you do that? When will I be in Perth? Yeah, so I talked about this in my last stream. I don't know if I'll wait. Do I wait for there to be a few more viewers? Because the viewers are starting to join a little bit more. It will be on the week I'll be in Melbourne. Sorry, I'm Coast Club right now. The week from Melbourne, I'll be in Perth for the St Kilda v Freo game. I don't know why I said the week I'll be in Melbourne. I live there. Is this a... Yeah, that'll work. You don't want to see my fantasy team shit for this week. Actually, no, I will show you my fantasy team. I know, if you remember, I guess it doesn't really matter because I'll show you anyways. But Jack Macrae, hold up. Jack Macrae and Jason Horne-Francis both going down with an injury. Now I've had to make fucking trades, and you can give me shit for these trades if you want to. But I've decided to bring in Zach Merritt. Now, that could be a really bad idea, given the high break-even. But he's playing Richmond, so I'm giving him a chance. And I brought in Shai Bolton, because he's got the good bye. He's got the good bye round 13, when it's just... I think it's just Freo and Saints that had the bye. So that's why I brought him in over... I think the other option was... Chad Warner that I could have done. But we're not here for fantasy. We're actually here to just show you the week I'm going to Perth for the for that stream. It'll be a big stream. I'll make sure it's a big stream. I got creators that are wanting to be a part of it from Perth. If you're going to go to Origin, you need to go to Suncorp Stadium. I'm not going to the State of Origin, mate. I'm not like, I've already paid enough money on flights to all these other cities. I wouldn't think Suncorp would be my next road to travel. Yeah, this is the week I'll be doing it. So I haven't announced it officially, but I've been telling people that want to know the date. It's just like, if you want to know the date, it's going to be Saturday, 28th of June. There. I mean, that's all I'm going to say. That'll be when it'll be. Yeah, I'll go to Cats v Dogs, Dylan. I'll be there. I'll probably definitely see you because I'll be in the cheer squad. For some reason, I'm trying to put in a chat about when I'm getting to the game. You could always just message me privately. I feel like I'm decent at getting back to you. Yeah, well, you crash out. I wonder if you'll crash out as much as I crashed out when I watched the West Coast game. I think Origin is happening in Perth whilst you're in Perth. No, it isn't. It isn't, but it's sort of close to that time, but it isn't. I had a look the other day. There actually is a rugby game on the day I'm doing that stream. It's I think a union game. I'm guessing. I actually don't know, to be honest with you. It's, I think the Lions. Someone could probably tell me the Lions are. I don't follow any of that shit. But I know the Lions are playing, not the Brisbane Lions. It sucks because I can't work now, so I don't get paid. Yeah, but I feel like surely you get compensation. There'd be some sort of compensation, or like, I don't know how it all works. I've never really been in that situation. But if you get injured at work, surely they pay you whilst you're out of work and getting recovered. Because that's like, if you break your leg, and I don't know, you're in an industry where you need to move around. What, does that just mean you're fucked and you can't work for that long and you don't get paid? Like, they'll give you some sort of like they'll give you something. I don't know how it works. So you're talking to the wrong guy, but I feel like you surely get something. You have to, right? Are you playing for Wattle Park soon? I haven't made it clear that I already played for Wattle Park last week. Have I not made it? I don't think I have, actually. Probably haven't, because I haven't really talked about it. It was posted once on my Instagram story, and that's it. I mean, I was going to get a Wattle Park video out this week, but I was talking to Kados about it, and he's going to get... So he wants to get his out first, so I figured, all right, I'll probably just delay it a little bit. So I'm probably going to delay it till next week. If you guys want to see... Well, I am going to get a video out, but if you want to see me play, I'll post a TikTok or something tomorrow of my highlights, a quick video. But I'll also, if you want to watch Caden's video, so if anyone watches that series, if I'm not in it, I'll drink 15 bottles of bleach, because I'm pretty certain I will be in it. Yeah, Coast Guard, you might want to get some sleep. Your mum's taken legal action because the coach tried to say because I'm a non-registered player, then I don't need medical assistance. Yeah, well, I don't know. Legal action sounds a bit severe, but that's what, you're a non-registered player. Anyways, bit fucked. You got your future son in Dylan gaming with. Thank you for giving me someone to watch while I can't sleep. No worries, McDougal Jr. No worries. Yeah, I will be heading up to Alice Springs next week. I will be. It's like, I've said it a few times, but I'm going to every stadium, so it's, yeah, I've gone in too far now to go back. No, I don't really, I can't really follow the NRL when the footy's on, when I'm AFL nuffy. There's a possible chance that McGovern could possibly retire. Yeah, I heard that. That's not good. RL stream. Yeah, I'll be doing more RL streams this year. I will probably do an RL stream when I'm in Alice Springs, but not a stupid overnight like people were telling me to do. I mean, maybe on like a Sunday morning or something, I just walk, because it's in the outback, right? Maybe I'll just do an outback stream. Just a 5 kilometer hike up and back. Not during the night, but like during like 11 in the morning. I was thinking about doing that. Actually, yeah. There won't be any reception. I just fucking realised that. Yeah, so that won't happen because I'll have no reception. Then maybe it won't. Maybe I won't bother. I'll have to like check the reception before I do it. But there won't be reception in the outback. Definitely not. And it won't like I don't know. Like how far out do you have to walk to get nothing in Alice Springs? But you raise a good point that I didn't even consider for some reason. Yeah, you're not going to get any outs. You're not going to get any reception. Regardless, though, it would be kind of interesting. But I don't know how far out I have to walk to get into the proper fucking outback. And I'm not going to drive. So it's probably never going to happen. I might do a walk around Alice Springs stream regardless, like in the city. But I don't think I'll do that. You'll be risking your life. Not during the day, mate. Not during the day. During the night, it's a bit different. But during the day, like, you do your research. You're not... Like, it's not that bad. And if I'm risking my life walking around during the day, then how the hell am I going to get to the game? You know what I mean? It's a bloody argument with that McDougal Jr. account. Yeah, I know. The night's not safe. What I'll do that week, so on the Saturday night, so I think I head there, like I get there Saturday afternoon. On the Saturday night, I will probably stream the... Yeah, no, okay. An Outback stream's not going to happen now. I'm just having a look through Google Maps. But Saturday night, Sydney play Adelaide. That'll be a good game. I could stream that in the hotel. Yeah, well, you guys still beat us, Lockie, so... I mean, I wouldn't be too pissed off. I wouldn't be complaining that much. Well, yeah, there goes my idea for doing that. No, I only played one proper game, Andy. I had to end the stream at 10 o'clock because I had something else I was doing. Like, it's a project that I'm doing behind the scenes, and I'm working with another creator with it. So I had to leave that stream. I only got to play one game though because AF4 26 kept crashing. I don't know if there was a clip. I don't think it's been posted. Maybe it is now, but one of the games I was up by a point, or it might have been scores level with a minute to go, and the game crashed. Like, the game crashed 3 times in the last quarter before I had to I was going to give up, but they said update the game. There was apparently an update, and it worked, but I lost by 40. So, yeah, I played one full game. I'll do another one of those streams, though, because that actually did quite well. I had like 350 people in at one stage, and I wasn't expecting many people. Maybe my expectations are not as high as they should be. Like, I'm not expecting anyone in this stream myself, but like, there's still 50 odd, which isn't bad. You should try out the pro team, says, yeah, but that would require me to spend money on packs, and I feel like the game has already gotten enough of my money for now, so maybe. When's the Indigenous Guernsey video? It's going to have to be out tomorrow, and the reason why it's not out already is because I couldn't film it in Darwin. There was no way of me filming it in Darwin. Smith footy, sounds like you know more than what I do with that comment, but I don't know if that's true or not. Hopefully you're right. Even with McRae out and all that crap, I'm still going to back in the Saints. It'd be good for the sake of the video if we win in the last game. That'd be great. I won't be vlogging the Saints-Suns game, so I'm hoping in a way we don't win after the siren, because then the one game I choose to not vlog, we actually win after the siren. Is there a pro team leaderboard as well, Dylan? If so, I tell you what, maybe I'd give that a crack. Maybe that might be the way to go. I definitely would give that a crack, but I'd have to get good at the game first, so that's just not worth it yet. Chat GPT. Yeah, so you've just chucked something in Chat GPT, and it sounds believable. I guess fair enough. I fell for it. All right, I don't mind. I honestly should just do more of these chatting streams where I just don't worry about doing other shit and just chat to the viewers, but I'm always preoccupied. You should, I don't know if you're able to, but you should do like a live stream, Andy, where you play AFL 26, because I was on your stream earlier on TikTok. I didn't chat because it was like on it whilst doing something else, and you were ranking Guernsey numbers, which that's a unique idea. Not a full-on leaderboard. It's more like ranks, I think, in positions out of like 45. I'll have to have a look at it myself. Yeah, I'm sure it would rank up there with the best. I don't blame you for that. I swear everyone's copying my idea. Everyone's doing challenges for their video. Like, I feel like there are so many of these smaller creators doing exactly what I'm doing this week. I say exactly, not exactly, but something similar. You've got an Elgato too. Well, that's good. I don't know if you're able to use the Elgato to connect it through TikTok. That's what I don't know. If you can, that's great. If you can't, you could still find a way to make it work, maybe. Well, that's because it is Chappy. It's not because you think that. It is a 50-50 game. The dogs, cats. What else was I going to say? Well, I mean, yeah, 50-50 game. Oh, yeah, did you, am I able to stay at yours that night or not? Because I kind of need to know before I leave. If I don't have a spot to stay, then I'll just head back home. But if I have a spot to stay, I won't worry about having to take the early train. You had an idea similar to what I'm... Well, no, it's just the idea that it's not going to be the same. I don't care that much. You can do what you'd want to do. I'm not going to be like, oh, you can't do this idea because I've got it or whatever. But I've just noticed it's similar. Because I'm doing challenges there as well. I played a whole Sapphire team and won by like 30. I still have silvers and golds in my team and have like 5 emeralds. How much have you spent on the pro team to get all that? Because I spent a fair amount of money, I reckon, on the I don't think the packs were as much as I thought they were going to be for AFL 23, but I still spent a fair amount. Jack, you've got to ask her, like early, so I kind of know. Yeah, I'm good hands and heels. I just thought I'd jump on and chat on the stream because I won't have really any time to probably do it at all over the weekend at all because I'll be at the footy. So 75 in, so maybe I'll stay for a bit longer. Because what my plans are, I've got to figure out the formula and the format of how the video is going to go with all the challenges, and create the board, and then I got to print that out. I've got to film and edit my Indigenous Guernsey video, and then yeah, that's basically it. So as long as I do all that before like 2 or 3 p.m. tomorrow, then I'm not really in the rush. Well, that's good then, Dylan. Who are your grand final favourites? I could see Geelong v Bulldogs in the grand final. That'd be actually kind of cool. The battle of the household cats, or the household pets. Not the household cats, pets. Do you remember the D supporter you met in Gatheran 2024? Well, I reckon I met a few D supporters in Gatheran, and that was a year ago. I know I met the Backyard Charizard again. That was actually kind of interesting because, I mean, that's a throwback name for anyone who doesn't was around back in the day. But yeah, maybe. Tyler, should I be nervous to get on the train to Geelong tomorrow by myself? No. No, you shouldn't at all. You shouldn't, because I have been on a V-Line train where there've been some weird junkies, but like nothing is gonna happen. Like it's really fine as long as you know where you're going. Yeah, the Backy Chaz, Andy. You were around back in the day when he was kicking along. Yeah, him and his son Will. Now I don't know if I've said this on stream before, but I was so fucking drunk that night, and that was after the Bulldogs v Geelong game. Funnily enough, Bulldogs Geelong, and he came up to me. And I've recorded on my vlog, but I didn't know it was him until I reviewed the footage back after. I feel so fucking bad because I should have recognised him, but I didn't know it was him. And he would have known that I know him as well. I just didn't even acknowledge that it was him. I was just that drunk. And in fairness, like that was 5 years since I met him. He was older. So there's that, but still. Coast Club, the V-line's not that bad. Like, I don't know what time you're heading up. You might almost get on the same V-line as me. Because the thing is, I probably want to get to the stadium at around 6 and just make sure everything I get done beforehand so I don't worry. Yeah, I'll try to do another footy card video this year. There's no reason not to. The last one, people enjoyed. It'll probably be another box break, I reckon. But you know what's annoying? The 2 winners for the box break haven't gotten back to me. And what do I do? Do I just redraw? I might redraw next week if they don't get back to me. Or I'll just send them to the reserves, actually. Or the reserves will get a message soon. It's always the same. It's like every time I post a big giveaway and they never fucking reply to me. It's like, why bother? Why even enter if you're not going to reply when you win? Like, I don't get that. I'll take them. I know there are takers. Like, I wish I could just give them to like someone easy, but I'm not doing that. Tyler wants to know when the next subs goal king. Yeah, I don't know. I'll see how things go in the next 10 weeks. Whether or not I feel like I should host another one, because potentially, if I do it, if I'm going to do another one, it's going to be the biggest I do in terms of like quality. Because I've upgraded the stuff now to know, and I know more people that'll be able to help, and I'm sure there'll be more people that rock up, because I feel like this has been my best year by far on the socials, but they don't perform that well. I might do something different. They really don't perform as well as they should. I feel like they're getting stale. People have even told me that they're getting stale, which I'm like, you know what? That's not even, I can't disagree with you. Yeah, I had a decent performance, Andy. Yeah, good performance, I'd say, for the first game, given the time on ground. Because I said this before. Third quarter, I went off because I thought I had to go off because I got a head knock. It wasn't that bad. It was just I just bruised my head. That was it. And I was fine and all. But I didn't get back on until the last quarter, which pissed me off because I was only on the 3 minutes. I'm not taking part in these goal king challenges anymore. God, too close. GMHPR rank. Yeah, everyone is saying try GMHBA Pi. Like, I feel like that is going to do really well for the Pi video. I'm looking forward to trying a GMHBA Pi. Host one in Perth. Yeah, it's just going to be too difficult to host a Goal King Challenge when I'm in Perth because I don't know enough people in Perth to help with the filming. Do you think this year's this? Yeah, but if they lose to St Kilda, I'm still not convinced. Mate, I'm ignoring all these Tanner Bruin comments. I'm just interested if in whether or not they're actually going to release the Premier Data stats. Because you know how Premier Data every week release the stats after every Waddle Park game? Well, they haven't done it yet, and I wonder if they're actually going to bloody do it. Because then I don't even have to worry about how many stats I got. I'd know it. But, like, I don't know. Do they just count it all? I guess they would have to just go through the game footage and count. They're not going to guess. Yeah, I answered your question, Pokey Fries. For those that are wondering what I'm doing, I'm literally going through Google Maps Street View and just going through some of the cities I'm going to be going to in the next few weeks, like Bunbury and freaking Bunbury, and where else did I go? How many? Oh, I reckon 15 plus touches. That's my guess. Which isn't too bad for the first game. And I think if I play more and I get like more involved, like I kind of know how the team dynamics work more, I could probably have 30 plus disposal games if I'm more in the midfield. You've got to win your own footy when you're playing in that side. Had you for 20 plus? I don't think I did. I definitely don't think I got 20. I'm almost certain I didn't get 20 because I know I had 4 in the first quarter, but I think I only had like 7 or 8 up until 3/4 time. But then I had a big last quarter. Should AFL do a similar idea to State of Origin? It could bring heaps of international eyes to footy. Yeah, I wouldn't hate it, but they aren't going to have it where it's like 3 games a year. They'll have the one game and that's it. And they could do it. They should do it mid-season if they're going to do it any time, because that's when players are going to probably care the most. Yeah, it's literally the lowest division. It's not that hard, Dylan. But once again, it was my first game of footy in 6 years, and it was like so wet, the conditions, so I kind of wasn't fully prepared. It was 6 years, Andy. I mean, 5 years ago, I was still playing footy, but I never got to play a game during 2020 because the COVID season called everything off. So after like 2020, I'm like it's going to be seniors. I knew at the time I was no fucking good. I was too skinny and small to be even considered playing, and I'd prefer to have spent that time more on YouTube, so I didn't play in 2021. And then I didn't bother continuing because I didn't like the teammates. I didn't even like the team culture. So I'm like, why would I want to play footy still? You'd love to play in that shit. Yeah, well, that's the thing, right? I'll play more games. It depends on my availability. Speaking of games, though, like, yeah, well, we're going to find out who's going to be getting the... what am I trying to say? I'm too focused on looking at the Bunbury Lions Cove to be actually trying to talk here. Where is Hands Oval, actually? I'm trying to look at that in Google Maps. But, you know, the player announcements for the Adelaide game, because I haven't really announced any yet, so I'll be looking forward to seeing who's playing in that. But, like, that's the thing, right? That'll be different, because I don't think they're going to try as hard when they've got AFL players and, like, former AFL players. It's not like it's a super easy level. It's not, but, like, the skills were pretty bad. Like, I can't lie, the skills were pretty... Is that really the fucking ground? I'm looking at the ground. They have to have temporary seating for it to actually... That might be the ground. That's really... Wow. North Sunshine... Yeah, I was going to ask you... last night, I couldn't sleep, so I figured, you know what? I'm going to watch the full replay. I watched like the first hour and a bit of the biggest game of Div 12 Rezzies, the Adelaide one. Just because I couldn't sleep, I'm like, all right, I'm just going to watch it. Because I never actually got to watch back the broadcast and how they actually synced everything up with the commentary and all the camera angles, and I thought it was a really good product. So I was going to ask you, how actually did that go? Like, how did it feel? Was it like fast paced? Like, it definitely would have been more difficult than Waddle Park, I would have assumed, even though it was probably not taken as seriously because it's more of like not a charity match, but more of like a fun event. But I'm sure people still took it seriously and wanted stats. Yeah, they have to put in temporary seating because otherwise it'd be just a travesty. Now I'm just going through. It's extremely unique. Like, I know my fair share of unique stadiums, but this is about as unique as it's going to get. It might be the smallest one of them all. So yeah, I'm glad I've already got tickets to that game. I'm just not sure how I'm going to fucking get to the game because of that Adelaide game that'll be possibly happening the day before. So yeah, I'd like to know ideally as soon as possible to make my plans. It was fast, not as contested, but still quick and competitive. But it would have been surreal running out there, you know what I mean? Like, just running out in front of a massive crowd, because the biggest crowd I ran out in front of, I can't tell you. But the thing is, they're not all there for you. A lot of them don't know who the hell you are. Like the Norwood game, for example, how cool would that be? Adequate Crows won't make the 8. No, Crows will make the 8. I think they're definitely a top 8 worthy side. And if they don't make the 8, I don't see who drops for them, because I think the Giants are certainly not as good as Adelaide right now. It didn't feel like a real game, like a video game. Well, it's because you got so many random blokes. You got Prime Train, who's on another level of everyone else, basically. You've got Aaron Gox, he probably wouldn't even get a game for the Papua New Guinean Division 7 side. He's in that bad a shape. You just got so many different people from so many different levels. If Crows miss top 8, then Mac Nix will be sacked. Probably. My thoughts are that No, I don't think they'll miss the 8, mate. You can say it all you want, but give me a reason why I think it's going to happen. But the thing about the Bunbury game, where's the space to put up the temporary stands? I guess you could put it up near the Blair Street, but this is going to feel like, with all the stands and all that, like a genuine local ground that any random person could play at. Where the fuck is the commentary box going to be? Like, where the hell is the commentary box going to be? I'm being honest. Shipmates are very good. Yeah, they were very good as well. You had pizza for dinner. It was good. And that reminds me. I went to the local shops today, just for a bit of a walk to get out the house, and they have a nice bakery where I go. So I thought I'd get a couple of pies. I still have one in the fridge, so I might grab that. Have that before I go to bed. And also, I rocked up without realizing that I forgot to charge my phone, and I got there and it was flat. So I have restored a bit of faith in humanity, because I went up to one of the shop fronts and I was like, hey, look, this is my situation. I've got no battery. Are you able to charge it for 10, 15 minutes? And they're like, yeah, easy. So if you're ever in that situation, instead of wasting money on a portable charger or whatever, just do that. The Google Maps isn't updated. Yeah, but what updates would they have done in the 4 years? Like, they're going to add temporary stands, but what have they done in the last 4 years to make the ground better? Like, I'm looking up Hands Oval right now. It's fucking crap ground. Not worthy of hosting AFL footy. And I'm being honest with you. It shouldn't host a game there. I don't screw the community in Bunbury. They can go stuff themselves. It's a 5,000 capacity ground, they're saying. I think. Well, actually, no, they did play a game pre-season. It was 7K. So I can actually have a look to see what that looks like on TV, because I actually never got to watch that pre-season game. You can be on the piss with a few mates and get Gox to come to stand up for a few hours for $200. Weird unit. Goxie... I actually gave Goxie a ticket to a St Kilda game once. He just put up on his story, need a St Kilda v West Coast ticket, and I just gave him one. Still haven't copped the follow back from Goxie though, so he's a stiff man. So we're going and having a look now. I might actually go and do reacting here. This is what the ground looks like. Okay, that looks much more different than on Google Maps. On Google Maps, is like what part, like how have they, is this this must be the end that I'm looking at here, because there's more like surface area. That's my guess. They probably got rid of this, but like there'd be no parking options at the ground, would there? Or maybe that's the other side. It looks like a country ground on the maps, but it's updated. But how much more update? Okay, those are the temporary stands right there. So they have to have just kept them there for the next, or have they taken them down and then put them back up? But they're just like rubbish, crappy temporary stands. But they're okay. They're behind the goals, and then the cheer squad looks to be within the stands or not? Or are they just standing? I don't know. So that's on the left side. I think that's this side then. Had a massive upgrade last year and are putting temporary seats where the drive-in car park is. So, yeah, but that's the thing, right? They don't need to have the upgrades put in place after the AFL game's completed, because like obviously they're going to get rid of the temporary stands, right? Surely they're not going to keep them there. They're temporary for a reason. So does that just mean more space to what are they going to do with the car park? Are they expecting to play more games here, or is it just the one and done? Why can't we see it? Surely this is Google Maps updated, right? Why have they not updated Bunbury on the satellite? Because it says 2025. Probably to bring in more funds for local community, and like North Melbourne need to make money, and this is how they're making money. I don't know exactly why they picked Bunbury though, but this is 2023, so this is what it looked like then. I want to get a good view of the wing, if I can. I think they've demolished that shit stand. Yeah, they have demolished that stand. But it almost looks like there's nothing there now, unless that's not broadcast side. So we're looking at the other side. So the houses are there. So are we viewing this side? Or are we viewing that side? Because it is broadcast side. So that's broadcast side there. So we're viewing this side. But there's a road. Where's the space going to be for... That must be that road right there then. And that must be the that side street. They took the trees out. Yeah, they would have to have taken the trees out here to be more, for there to be more space, but like, then that must be where like they might have little pop-up shops or whatever. But there's just like, that looks like dirt. That doesn't look like grass. That looks fucking weird, man. This is like the Geelong played a home and away game in Colac. Yeah, right. So we can't see what broadcast side looks like on TV. Or like the other side, you know what I mean? Regardless, if this is what it's going to look like anyways when I'm there, it's still going to be really weird. Basically, in a way, the same ground. Like you say there's a big upgrade, but it kind of just looks the same. There's like, they took out the trees. They extended this part out. Have they demolished these buildings? Have they replaced them? Well, that's the thing, right? Because I've done this stadium challenge, I might as well, like if next year they decide to play games in, what's a really random area in the country. Like if they started to play games in, if they played a game in Mildura, I'd probably go to that game just for the uniqueness, just to say, hey, look, this is what I experienced the ground. It'd be a good video. Even though, to be honest with you, I don't even think the videos do that well. Like if I went to Mildura to go to an AFL game, it wouldn't do as well as it should. But we'll give it a chance. We'll give the last 2 videos a chance. It might, over time, do really well. But so far, nothing too special. So, Hands Oval. Where's the news story? My guess is this. Wow, we've really gone on a tangent here. I wasn't expecting to be reading up this at the time of night. Set to bring in-season games to Bunbury. Do you want to put the news article in the chat if you know what it is? Can you get Teach on for your player? Yeah, if he wants, genuinely, if he wants to get on, he can. So they're doing it for the next 3 years. So that's what I'm saying, right? I am not going to be bothered going to Bunbury next year. Like it's just like a one and done thing. I'm not going to be bothered doing that. $15,000 people. I thought it was only going to be like 8K max. No, I kind of in a way I refuse to believe that this area can host 15,000 people. I am refusing. That's a refusal. This has to be like all just seating. Like just a massive hill or something like that. Because there is space on the Halsey Street. There'll have to be more Eagles fans. And there definitely will be more Eagles fans. They'd have to utilise this area. That's just nothing. Mate, there's no... I don't think it's going to host that many. Because why were tickets so difficult to get then straight away when it was 15k? I know 15k is not a lot in the grand scheme of things. But for a little ground like this it is. We've been encouraging the AFL for the last 6 months. Yeah, whatever. He said the number... Yeah, whatever. Northern looking river. Yep. Yeah, right. Can someone get rid of the Jeremy Cameron and Bateman? I'm going to do that myself. It's just sort of like kind of a shit account to have in the chat. I don't know if they've got a... I mean, they haven't got a great following in Melbourne, let alone WA. Oh, and he has the actual link. Yeah, go to site. We won't need to sign in, do we? And if we do, then I'll just do it later. So that's the video. Apparently this is the video that's in crystal clear 144p quality. You know what? I actually hate Facebook with their fucking videos. They're so shit quality. All of them. Can't hear anything. Still can't hear anything.
Minister's first visit to WA's new AFL grade ground. Hands Oval, home to South Bunbury, North Melbourne, and for the first time later this year, a national soccer team.
A national soccer team? You're telling me the A-League have decided to expand to Bunbury for all their answers? What in the world is going on here? Fucking hell, A-League. No wonder you're losing money every year. Are they seriously having a national A-League team there? I'm looking that up after this because there's no way, surely. Like West United and Tarneet's not going to work. What makes you think Bunbury's the way to go? Oh, are we talking Matildas? Yeah, sure there's not a new team, but it wouldn't surprise me. And the Matildas, it's not a national... Well, it is a national song. Why not just say the Matildas then? And why is this...
And then an international football event with the Matildas.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes more sense. Every time I click play...
on the ground to get it to this stage.
How much has been spent?
$25 million has been spent on the ground to get it to this stage.
25.
The state government out to make sure
I think that's
it gets its money's
a rip-off.
worth.
From an economic point of view, there's a...
I think that's a rip-off. $25 million. Maybe it's not. Yeah, Facebook is crap. And you know what else is crap? When you click play and pause, it mutes the video. Still, it's muting it again.
And making sure we seize any opportunity.
The game's here in Bunbury, but the region itself gets behind it. People within the region come and see the game, but also those codes do want to be involved in community. They want to get to know our community.
The Bunbury model ready to be rolled out across the state. Country contracts
No, you can't tell me North Melbourne are excited about this, surely. Oh, Barossa Park was 40. Wow, okay. But I can understand the Barossa because they invest $40 million into the ground, but they're going to make more via, like, the wineries around the area, you know what I mean? That they invest back in the local government. That's what Peter Malinowski said. So I get that a little bit more in a way. It's not just the actual ground itself. Like, what's there to do in Bunbury? Go to the Bunbury Buggy Club? Oh, I hate Facebook. It's so crap. Play the video with sound. It's so crap, man. It's just like, it doesn't want you to listen to what the video is talking about.
Negotiations.
Working with different leagues, we're looking at opportunities to have teams travel.
Bunbury's right next to... I've never been to Bunbury, so you know what? Fair enough, if you know that more than me. And every time I pause it, it does this again.
Exposure, build their fan base. Of course, we have to continue to invest in the facilities.
Getting that calendar of events is important, and it's not just a sugar hit. It's this continuing stream of multiple different types of events that attract different people to our region.
You know what? Fair enough. I'm not going to complain. But if we are saying that there's so much to do in Bunbury, which I don't think there is, but if there is so much to do, what is there to do? And what's the population of Bunbury? The Facebook, you can get done for copyright. You have 24 hours to respond. Huh. Yeah, because Facebook are going to care. Bunbury is got a population of... Oh, that's sort of less than what... 33,000. I thought it had at least like 70. Or is that just the city? Like, what about Greater Bunbury? But what about Greater Bunbury? What would that be? Was it really just 36,000 people that fit into this whole area? Southwest region, mate, not just Bunbury. Like Bustleton and all that. Yeah, but the question was just... I just want to know how populous Bunbury was. I just want to know how big of a city it was. I mean, that's fair enough. I'm sure it's a good idea investing in this region because I haven't got anything else. I mean... So how far is it from Perth to Bunbury then? Because if I'm having to make a mad rush scramble... If I'm flying from Adelaide to Melbourne to bloody Perth to Bunbury in a day... What's the... And it's not going to tell me my freaking address, is it? So I'm just going to be careful that it doesn't do that, which it didn't. Thankfully. Or maybe it fucking did. I don't know. But let's... Bunbury... Can't trust Google Maps these days. Bunbury to Perth. Maybe it did. I don't know. Perth Airport. I'm going to have to convince someone to drive me to Bunbury. It is a 1 hour 50 drive. Public transport's 3 hours 57 though. I won't have that time. I'm not going to have the time for that. Unless they have dedicated shuttle buses. If this is on like the Sunday morning, I should say. You might need to try convince my dad. I don't want to be convincing your dad to buy a ticket to a game in Bunbury, to be honest. God. It's so, you almost think it'd be the biggest waste of the trip of all time, because the thing is, right, if it is just going up on that day, I'd be leaving back to Melbourne that night. I wouldn't see a reason to stay there. I could do that. I could actually do that, but do fucking what? I'll be by myself in Bunbury for a night. What am I going to do? Go to Stirling Estate? Go to the Stirling Estate. Yeah, it's like 2 hours just under. Yeah, I know I'm going to sleep, but that's all I'm going to do. Why would I bother then? If I may as well just go back and save money on accommodation and just fly back that night. You know what I mean? Why bother staying here? It's be a waste. Very good breweries down there. Yeah, but I'm not that big into brewery. And I wouldn't go to a brewery on my own. You know what I mean? Like, I haven't got a car. Actually, now this is a very big stretch, but I do know someone that lives in this region. I'm going to message them to see if they'd pick me up from the airport. If I'd pay them like $50 to do that. Because how much would an Uber be? Theoretically, how much would an Uber be? Hour 50. Like, it wouldn't be cheap. If it came to that, like, I'd have to figure it out, wouldn't I? It's well known for its market. Or someone that lives in Perth. I do know someone that lives in Perth. Actually, Coast Club. Maybe I'll just give you the one ticket, and I might just save that second ticket for someone that could actually be convinced to go to the game. So if they've, maybe I'll just give you the one ticket if that's okay, Coast Club. Who's Jesse? From True Footy. Well, I don't think he might be in Melbourne by then. Uber would be about $400. Okay, well, $400, really? Yeah, all right, not doing that then. Ask someone in Perth to borrow a car. Yeah, I'm not going to borrow a car from someone in Perth. And no, what I'll probably do, it cost me 50. Yeah. So what I'll do is I'll probably if it gets to that stage, if it does get to that stage where I can't bus there in time, I would have to budget rental cars. Fuck off. You watched the video clearly. No, like, yeah, I'd have to like ask someone who lives in Perth. I'd say, hey, look, I'll give you a free ticket and I'll pay you $50 and we'll do a bit of a road trip. So that's why, if Coast Club's still watching, which I don't know if he is or not, but that ticket to Bunbury, that other ticket, I'm going to save for myself. So I've got a spare one, and maybe that's in high demand. Well, shit, that is something that I'm now going to have to figure out, because I'm not paying $400 on an Uber, or $200. What's the most I'd pay for an Uber if I'm desperate like that? $100? I'd say $100 would be the most I pay. Anyways, yeah, okay, so that was interesting, wasn't it? We just figured out a whole history about the sporting culture in Bunbury. Not really, but sort of. $250. Yeah, like, you would be silly to do that. Unless that was like the last case scenario, then I'd pay $250 to keep my streak of going to every stadium alive. But no, you wouldn't want to do that. All right, I could end the stream now, or I could do a few things on the live stream whilst chatting with you guys, because I mean, may as well. There's still 50 odd in the stream. Give me a couple of minutes. Trans-regional buses operate services to I'm going to look that up now. Once again, I need to figure things out when I realise what time I get to the game. Trans-regional Okay, let's have a look, shall we? Is it going to be direct bus or is it going to do stopovers? Getting there, but all right, we're gonna have a look here. Let's have a look, shall we? They should release the times freaking now. Bunbury. Oh, for fuck's sakes. It's fuck. You know what? Honestly, fuck this shit. I'm not gonna bother with this crap anymore. I'm gonna go get something to eat and I'll be back in a minute. They probably won't. Yeah. Fuck this shit. I'm gonna go. Yeah, I'm gonna grab that pie because I'm actually kind of hungry. So chat amongst yourself. They stopped near the Australian station line. I'll figure it out. Like, we've still got like 3 weeks until the game. It's a pretty sick game day graphic, actually. Should I put my paycheck on St Kilda? I don't know what you're talking about. I'll figure it out later. No point in doing it now. Because, as I said before, they might not have released the times already. But I'll be back. Oh. How about that? How we got 45 still in? I I guess I don't know. I don't know what I was going to say, but I guess we'll stay on for a bit longer. We still have 44 in. Got myself a pie. Got myself a 1 a.m. snack. Put a bit of sauce on. This chat's shit. Don't worry, I wasn't reading it. It's alright, I guess. What is the chat saying? The bus to Bunbury's $19. That's good, but I just need to know when they leave. Safford, to be honest with you, I don't even care. If I want to eat a pie at 1 in the morning, I'll eat a pie at 1 in the morning. Let me do what I want to do. So maybe I'll just do that. I'll do those graphics on stream and then I'll wrap it up in 30 minutes or so.
Ben Campbell has just donated $2.99
I'll do 'em now.
through Super Chat. Hello again, my favorite YouTuber Fire.
Hello, Ben. At 1:12 in the morning. Thank you for the $3. How's it going? You're playing F1 23? Yeah, I've never really gotten around F1 23. Look, fair enough what you said before, but I want to eat a pie and I'm going to eat a pie. It's a solid pie as well. Lock your doors, I heard pack. You know what? Why don't you just leave it? Like, you're kind of just making it more, of it not even an issue. You don't need to talk about it. I don't even know what you're talking about in the first place, but you don't need to talk about it. Best place for the pie? What do you mean by best place? No. 4 and 20 pies aren't the best pies. They're good pies. They're reliable, but they can be shit. Oh. You just don't want to burn your tongue or burn the roof of your mouth.
Calder 19 is now a member. _Eagles 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 _Eagles.
Yeah, cheers, Lachlan. For 3 months, best pie shop. I don't know, honestly. I don't go to many bakeries, and when I do, I don't always get pies. Well, the one near my house is actually good. This isn't the best, but it's actually alright. Like, I'd go here more often. There's one in Yay. Not sure if anyone knows what that is, but Yay, the Yay Bakery. Good pies there. Alright, Ethan, you're getting timed out, mate. Fucking annoying. That's shit. Yeah, I have had Mrs. Max pies. They're pretty decent. Do they still run with the slogan, if it's not Mrs. Max, take it back? And hold up, wait. It sounds like there's a bit of hiss in the background of my microphone. There is a bit of hiss. Sometimes it just hisses for no freaking reason. And this is what I'm going to have to do. I might almost actually end the stream. Oh, that's a bit loud, I think. Hello? Yeah, that's alright. I might almost just end the stream now, to be honest. I kind of just want to relax and get the stuff done off stream. But in the meantime, let me just make sure this mic setting is alright. Yeah, you know what? I am going to end it. Whoever just said that in chat, you just made me end the stream. This Pack God crap is pissing me off. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you guys soon in my next stream.